What's up, guys? As you could probably tell by the deep, not deep, erratic breathing, I'm having a panic attack, and you know what? I thought I would take that opportunity to make something good out of it and explain a little bit about what a panic attack feels like. So basically, what a panic attack is, and remember I say basically, there are few words, if any, to describe in depth how a panic attack feels and what it is. But basically, it is it's where your body gets stuck in both fight or flight mode, fight and flight mode. You're afraid, but you don't really know what you're afraid of because there's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing physically there that could harm you, and there's there are all kinds of reasons for panic attacks, but for those who have panic attacks simply because of a chemical imbalance in the brain, there's nothing there that could physically hurt you. You just, it goes from 1 to 100 in a second, and you feel, and yeah, this is going to sound like a major exaggeration unless you have severe panic attacks, which this is not a severe one. But it feels like you're dying and going insane at the same time. And honestly, this is pretty restrained because I'm making a video, so I try to at least restrain myself to enough to be able to talk and you know, explain to you guys what it is anyway. And it feels like every part of you was to vomit all at once, but you never do. I've had panic attacks since I was 12 years old, and I feel every time I feel like I want to throw up just every orifice in my body, and it just never happens. It would probably be relieving if it did happen, but it doesn't. And as you can probably see, I have some people have tics per se when they have panic attacks, and mine is scratching myself. And doing this isn't really scratching yourself, but when I stuck my finger up my nose, which is probably disgusting to all of you, I'm sorry. And yeah, some people have tics during panic attacks, such as self-harm, such as pacing back and forth, you know, whatever the tic may be. And panic attacks are something that can last from minutes to hours to literally I've had panic attacks where it's gone an entire day and even a little bit more. I've heard of some people having a panic attack straight for several days. Thankfully, I've never had a straight panic attack for several days. I've had a on and off panic attack several days, but that thankfully hasn't happened in quite some time. So yeah. And let's see what else. So you start salivating a lot because you start feeling nauseous, and you start to feel a fear that you can't describe it with words. It's not just hard to describe it with words. At least in my opinion, there are no accurate words to describe the depth of fear that you feel. And this is a minor panic attack compared to what I usually go through, so that's saying something if I'm hyperventilating quite a bit just from a minor panic attack. It feels like you're losing your mind, but you're stuck on the edge, but you can't quite lose it. So I don't know if this will make any sense, but it almost feels like it would be better if you did officially lose your mind, because then, okay, your body would decide, well, okay, I've lost it or I haven't lost it. And what I mean is, when you're on the borderline of feeling like you're on the borderline of losing your mind, but you haven't quite lost it yet, it just feels like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I'm going insane. I don't know if I'm already insane. You just don't really know. So, that, I'm not saying being insane would be better, but I'm just going off of how it feels, whether this is fact or not. It's up to the experts. Even I'm no expert, even though I've had them for years. I'm no medical expert. So, let's see. My main causes for a panic attack are, well, I don't know why I just said that, because my panic attacks don't really have a cause. They just pop up. There are situations that can cause them, like if I'm in big crowds, which I know is a thing for a lot of people to have panic attacks, but other than that, there really isn't a cause. They just pop up when they want, whenever they want to, wherever they want to. They happen in the most inconvenient places at the most inconvenient times. But life is that way all around. So, just gotta overcome it and, overcome it and pray like you've never prayed before. Or just keep praying like you are praying if you have a deep prayer life, which I pray you do. And if you don't, hey, use your suffering to increase your faith, and, build a better relationship with God. I'm not. And, yeah, so I thought I'd just give you guys a little taste of, what happens, and, actually making this video is actually helping me a little bit, and I hope it helps all of you. So, this is by no means a full-fledged panic attack. If it were, I couldn't speak right now. I would be in my bed in the fetal position crying, probably scratching my nose, and which is a tic of mine for some reason, I don't know why. Probably scratching my nose to the point where it's gushing blood, and punching the wall. Not very hard, but why do I need to mention that? Anyway, so the main purpose for making this video is to educate you guys a little bit, and hopefully you can find someone who you can relate to through this, because since I have them, I can relate to other people who have them. So anyway, for all of you who do have panic attacks, just know that, and I'm praying for everybody, but just know that I'm praying for you, and it will end. Whether it's hours, minutes, days, it will end, and you will come out of it stronger. That's something I have to remind myself every time I'm having a panic attack. During my panic attacks, I will come out of it. This won't overcome me. God is with me. God will give me the strength to overcome it, and I will. And I'll come out stronger than ever. So, I'll see you guys. Wait, no, there's something else I want to cover. And I also want to apologize for not making a video this week. I've had a lot of external stuff and internal stuff keeping me busy, but you know what? If I'm gonna stick to doing YouTube, that can't be an excuse. So, on a happier note, I got a capture card, so definitely gonna try and figure out how that works. I haven't yet, but once I do, I can either make a gaming channel or just upload gaming content on this channel. I don't know. Haven't decided yet, but That's not the main point of this video. Just thought I'd let you guys know. So as I said, just know I'm praying for you. Just please keep fighting. Don't give up just in the heat of the fear. And I know how deep it is. Sometimes I become irrational, think I'm in hell itself. But I always have God by my side to remind me that this will not overcome me, and so do you. And if you haven't given your life to Him yet, I beg you to, because you can't do it alone. This isn't only panic attacks. This life, this world is so dark. You can't deal with it alone. And there are so many people out there who are forced to, but we don't have to. We can give our lives to God, and He can be there with us 24/7, 365 days a year, 7 days a week, 24/7, that's how it goes. I don't know why I had to explain that. So, anyway, see you guys in the next one, and God bless. If you like what I had to say, if this helped you at all, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And, yeah, see you guys in the next one. I love you all, and God bless, as I just said.